5:30.
The body was partially buried in plastic bags. Blood was also found in the room where she was staying. The body was badly decomposed and found by cadaver dogs. It was buried in a mountainous area just a couple feet behind the Airbnb where Stefaniak was staying.
And take a look at these pictures. The Cape Coral Fire Department wants to keep every light on this wreath green. It's their annual campaign to remind people about fire dangers during the holidays. If there's a fire that could have been prevented this month, the fire department will replace a green light with a red light. Unfortunately, there has already been a fire this year. The wreath is at the fire station on Santa Barbara Boulevard, and the department says since they started this a few years ago, the number of preventable fires has gone down. And as we get further into fire season, we will keep you up to date every morning on the latest fire conditions. According to the Florida Forest Service, things are looking pretty good for our area. Charlotte, Lee, and Hendry counties have a low fire risk. Meanwhile, Collier, DeSoto, and Glades counties have a moderate fire risk.
8:10 right now. Parents, here is something to keep in mind, especially if your children have their wisdom teeth pulled. New research shows a link between opioid abuse and the dentist's office. According to this study, children who get an opioid prescription, often for wisdom teeth pain, are more likely to go back to the dentist for a refill. Study authors say dental opioid prescriptions may be associated with later opioid abuse.
And keeping your blood sugar in check may be the secret to a happy relationship. A new study in a national science journal found low blood sugar levels make it harder for people to control their anger. When people get angry, the study says they tend to be most aggressive towards the people closest to them. The study says the better your blood sugar level, the more self-control you have. You can see everyone at home shaking at their spouse on the couch right now going, see, I have no control.
Yep, anger is a real thing too. You don't want to get too hangry. That's why I keep snacks on the desk.
What are you eating now?
At all
right
times.
Now I'm eating pomegranate seeds and blueberries because if I get hangry, I'll be out of control and then you guys won't be able to deal with me.
But at least your snacks are healthy.
Yeah.
Today.
And it's not your fault. It's an important thing to remember.
It's not my fault.
As you head out the door, you might be encountering a little rain, especially if you're headed north. This is a look here, our FDOT camera, I-75 near Toledo Blade Boulevard in Sarasota County. We are seeing that front approach the area, and it's bringing a line of scattered showers with it, so spotty rain is expected in the forecast today. We're also still tracking fog, so plenty to update you on in our full forecast. It's coming up in a few minutes.
Hey, good morning, Danny. We are here at the Hertz Arena where the Florida Everblades are getting ready for yet another home game tomorrow night. We'll have more with the team and the Everbabes coming up after the break.
Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men.
8:15 on the dot this morning, and we're giving you a live look from our breaking news tracker, driving down Coronado, heading towards Cape Coral Parkway. Skies look clear in this area and weather is looking good. Danny is tracking some visibility issues in other parts of Southwest Florida, though. We'll get to her in just a few minutes. Well, it is time to hit the ice. Right now, the Florida Everblades are gearing up for their next home game. It's tomorrow night.
Okay, so the team takes on the Jacksonville Icemen. But before we do that, we wanted to introduce you to them. We wanted to give you a little behind-the-scenes peek. So right now, Catherine is with the Florida Everbabes. And Catherine, what are you up to?
Hey, Lauren and Lisa, good morning. We are anxiously waiting for the Florida Everblades to get on out on the ice so we can meet them and get to know them and have a great morning with them. But just as important is the Everbabes. They get those guys going, they get them excited, get the crowd pumped, so they have a great home game tomorrow night, as well as some games going on this weekend. We got Nina and Jacqueline here with us this morning. Nina, you've been on the Florida Everbabes for, what, 8 seasons now?
8 seasons, yes, I'm the OG.
She's the OG, I love it. And, you know, what keeps you coming back year after year?
I just love being a part of this organization. It's so family oriented. It's really community based. We do a lot to give back to our fans in the community. And it's so much fun. I love hockey and I get to cheer with my best friends. Like what's not to love? So it's a great fun.
Heartwarming. All right, we've got a Blair actually showing up here this morning.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Mr.
Should we
Johnny
do a little
Mac.
dance for him? Should we get him excited about his home game tomorrow?
Absolutely. All right. We're going to do our little boogie. So we're going to shimmy to the right. We're going to shimmy. Raise the roof. Other way. Shimmy. Raise the roof. You're going to cross, up, down. Other way. Cross, up, down. And then slide, hip. Oh, other way. Slide, hip. Then we do it again.
Oh,
Shimmy,
yeah.
raise the roof, shimmy, raise the roof, across, up, down to the right, and to the left.
All right.
Yeah.
Go Everblades.
Yes.
What do you think? Did I make the team?
I think you did pretty good.
What do you think? Did I make the team?
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to brag or anything, but I was a cheerleader in college.
We got a spot for you.
So you're awesome. High five. High five, Swampy. You guys are great. All right, stick with us because in the next 30 minutes, we'll have more with the Everblades, so you don't want to miss it. We're live in the Hertz Arena. Catherine Marks, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, Catherine, thank you. Got the moves there, huh? The Florida Everblades take on the Jacksonville Icemen in their next home game tomorrow night. It's at 7:30. It's also $2 Wednesday tomorrow for drinks and food. So to get tickets, just head to our website, fox4now.com. I don't know if it's fair, because I think she used to be a cheerleader. Didn't someone say that?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
She did.
she's just great at
Everything. We've never thrown her out into a situation that she didn't just totally crush. So
It's true.
Doing great.
She's killing it.
Bundled up. She's ready to go for tomorrow and Thursday morning. It is about to get cold in Southwest Florida once again, mainly on Thursday morning, but that's behind a front that's headed our direction. If we could show you a look outside, our Storm Smart Sky Cam from the Pink Shell Resort on Fort Myers Beach, still showing some sea fog across the horizon there. In this area, visibility isn't too low, but it still could impact boaters, so keep that in mind. Where we are seeing visibility that is quite poor is still in Charlotte County, down to a ½ mile in Punta Gorda, just 1 in Port Charlotte, 2 in Arcadia, 4 to 6 miles through Lee County, but as you're looking out over the Gulf, you might see a little bit more of those hazy skies. Here's a look at that front. It's headed its way toward us. And it will continue to bring that chance for a few spotty showers as it approaches. So you can see where the front is, that line of shower and storm activity. Most of this still just north of our area. We've been showing you that FDOT camera in Sarasota County that says this heavier rain moves through the Northport area. It's also in DeSoto County south of Arcadia. This will continue to track further south though, and that will eventually move it into Charlotte County. So the rain chance will linger until that front clears the area this evening. And it's also quite warm out there, low to mid 70s, even upper 70s in Cape Coral. So a warm and a muggy start to the morning. Our dew points also solidly in the 70s, so you'll notice the stickiness. But as that front approaches, our winds will shift out of the south this morning, out of the north this evening and into tonight. That will help to bring in the cooler, drier air behind the front. That'll clear our skies and cool our conditions ahead of tomorrow. But until then, predictor does show the partly to mostly cloudy skies we expect today with those scattered rain showers. It's not a complete wash. We're not looking at consistent heavy all day rain, rather those hit or miss shower chances that will continue to track from north to south as that front moves through. By tomorrow morning, these skies will start to clear as that dry air sets in, and for tomorrow afternoon, we're expecting sunny skies and much cooler conditions. So looking at the next 24 hours, today going to be a little gray. At times sunshine, yes, but we expect clouds to stick around with highs today near 80, and then that spotty shower chance popping in and out. By tomorrow morning, we expect sunny skies, but cooler conditions. Tomorrow will just start in the 50s. Today, our highs near 80, 81 in Fort Myers, 80 for Naples, Cape Coral, and Port Charlotte, but we do expect to cool as we move into the next 24, 48 hours. If you're heading out on the boat today, winds are shifting from the southwest to the northwest to 10 knots. Offshore seas today, 2 feet with a light chop on the inland water. Tomorrow morning will start in the 50s, but highs will struggle to make it to 70 tomorrow afternoon. That's as that drier and cooler air sets in and our skies clear. By Thursday, our temperatures in the afternoon will start to warm, but Thursday morning will be our coldest. It does look like we'll have 40s for most of Southwest Florida as the kids head to the bus stop Thursday morning. Want to give you another live look here at our FDOT camera, I-75 near Toledo Blade Boulevard. It's that area that I just showed you, the rain on the radar, and you can see the wet spots on the interstate because of the heavy rain that fell in that area. Also tracking fog in Charlotte County, something else to watch out for. But I want to show you the maps. A lot going on. We'll start here in Collier County. A couple new crashes to tell you about. One, Immokalee Road and Woodcrest Drive. Another, Pine Ridge Road and Logan Boulevard. And a third at Golden Gate Boulevard and Everglades Boulevard. We have a crash in the Port Charlotte area on 41 southbound near Harborview Road in Port Charlotte. A crash I-75 southbound near Bayshore Road, and a crash State Road 82 in Sunshine Boulevard, and finally a crash 2nd Street and Cranford Avenue in downtown Fort Myers.
After 2 straight weekends of unrest, the streets of Paris may now finally start to calm down.
We'll tell you how the government is changing its tune and how it's meeting the demands of riders. Time right now is 8:21. You're watching Fox 4 Morning News. We'll be right back.
Bram.
It looks like rioters in Paris have gotten their message across to the government leaders. This morning, French media reports there will be a delay in the gas tax increase. The Yellow Vest riots have rocked Paris since last month. Protesters are angry over a number of issues, including a 4-cent increase to the gas tax. French media reports the Prime Minister will suspend the tax hike for several months.
There's that saying that age is just a number. Well, turns out it's a little more than that. In an update to a story we brought you recently, a Dutch court shut down a man who wanted to legally change his age from 69 to 49. He claimed there was age discrimination in the job market and on dating websites, and he identified as a younger man. Well, the court basically said if they allowed him to change his age, then other age requirements for things like voting and attending school would become meaningless.
Could you imagine going on a date, an online date, and meeting this guy and him going, yeah, I'm 49, and no,
you're actually 69. I gotta say I side with the court on this one. Your age is your age. You can't change it. It's the amount of years you've been in existence. No matter how old you feel, you're still your age.
Just embrace it.
Exactly.
Only a number.
Well, you may get one for Christmas, but beware, those do-it-yourself genetic testing things could end up costing you.
How insurers right here in Florida could use those test results against you. Time right now is 8:26. We're going to be back at 8:30. Don't go anywhere.
And I promise you, kid, that I'll give so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet.
Live from the station that's in your corner, you're watching Fox 4 Morning News.
Good morning. Welcome back to Fox 4 Morning News. It is 8:29 right now, and we're giving you a live look from our Storm Smart Sky camera out of Charlotte Harbor. It is looking gray and hazy in this part of Southwest Florida this morning. Danny has been tracking some visibility issues, especially in this part of Southwest Florida.
Yeah, and the numbers are improving, although from that shot it doesn't look like things have gotten much better. But we're back up to 2 miles through Port Charlotte and Punta Gorda. This is also the area that the rain is starting to arrive in, associated with that cold front. Further south you get, the clearer the conditions, but it's also warm and muggy out there. We're pretty much in the mid-70s across the board, so it's feeling a little summer-like ahead of this cold front. Warm, muggy, with the chance for rain. So here's the front. It's bringing that chance for rain with it. Behind it, cooler, drier air. That will filter in for tomorrow, but we do have to get through this afternoon. We're looking at a line of scattered shower activity. It's relatively heavy rain moving through southern DeSoto County. This will continue to track further south. It looks like over through Glades County and Okeechobee County, Buckhead Ridge about to pick up some heavy rain. So the chance for a few showers will continue through this afternoon and evening under partly to mostly cloudy skies. Highs today land low 80s with humid conditions, but as soon as that front passes into tonight, the cooler, drier air will filter in behind it, and tomorrow will be clear and much cooler out there. Lauren?
All right, Danny, so let's take our viewers outside. This is I-75. This portion of I-75, well, in our camera's view, looks a little grainy right now, but it is clear. Really, we are seeing some snags, though, throughout the area. So let's take a look at the maps. Right here, we have US 41 southbound. There is a crash at the cross of Harborview Road. This is in the Port Charlotte area. In Lee County, we are still dealing with this crash right here, State Road 82 and Sunshine Boulevard. I know this is an area that is heavily traveled, so we are seeing delays in addition to that crash. In addition to your usual morning congestion headed westbound on State Road 82, expect delays. And we see delays here at 2nd Street and Cranford Avenue in downtown Fort Myers due to a crash. Volume also picking up on US 41 and Colonial Boulevard in this area. This morning, crews will get back to work digging up 30,000 tons of toxic sludge and shipping it out of a Fort Myers neighborhood.
But who is picking up the tab for all this cleanup? Jillian has been doing her own digging. She's live in Dunbar this morning. So Jillian, what did you find?
Hey, good morning, Lisa and Lauren. Even though the city of Fort Myers inherited this problem, it's their responsibility for the cleanup. Now, could this cost taxpayers millions of dollars? That's what we are working to find out right now. We spoke with Councilman Johnny Streets. He estimates that the price tag for removing the sludge will be near $5 million. Right now, we know the city will pay that bill.
But at the end of the day, that's not the end of the whole thing. There's some other things that has to be taken care of, some other litigations that our attorneys are working on too. I'm just going to use the term maybe pain and suffering.
In March, a group of residents filed a lawsuit against the city asking for millions of dollars. Now the sludge is being taken to Alabama, where it will be turned into concrete. Crews will be back out here today to remove more toxic sludge. Now they say it should be all gone in about a month. In Fort Myers, I'm Jillian Hartman, Fox 4 in your corner.
Jillian, thank you. Touch ID makes it so easy to unlock your iPhone, right? But a handful of scam apps have been targeting the technology to steal your money. The apps pose as health assistants and trick you by asking for your fingerprint. But at that moment, an in-app purchase pops up, which is accepted because you've given your approval through that fingerprint. The apps named Heart Rate Monitor, Fitness Balance app, and Calories Tracker app have all been pulled because of this. Now, this does not affect anyone with an iPhone 10 or later, since those phones do not have a home button.
Genetic testing kits are all the rage and are trending as a go-to Christmas gift for adults. I know I got my mom one last year for Christmas, but there are several drawbacks with the kits, including a possible rise in insurance premiums. Sienna Salim with our sister station in Nashville explains how taking the test could affect your bank account.
The internet has made it easy to get just about anything. That includes take-home genetic testing kits such as MyHeritage DNA and 23andMe. The home-based saliva collection kit is all you need to send your DNA to the lab, but you may want to think twice before swabbing.
23andMe are technically predictive tests. The verdict's still out as far as how they're going to look at that.
Jason Veers is the owner and president of InsuranceExperts.com. He says insurance premiums are based on your risk for certain things, and your genetic test results may be taken into consideration.
The carriers won't specifically ask about it. They'll ask if you've gotten genetic testing previously, and they can factor that in to determine your rates.
Veers mentions that there is a huge difference between take-home genetic tests and getting a diagnostic done by a physician. If a test is done through a physician, it'll be part of your medical history. Veers says the general rule is if it's in your medical records, they can ask to see it. And if you're using a consumer genetic testing kit, you'll have to trust that the company will keep your results secure. Either way, you're taking a chance of seeing higher rates. If you hadn't had genetic testing done, insurance carriers can't force you to go out and get it, so you might want to make sure you have a plan in place first before you do genetic testing.
I've had instances come up with life insurance, especially where aunt and mother have had breast cancer, and the applicant's a woman, and they'll say, you know, hey, have they had genetic testing done? If they haven't, then they can't make you go out and do a test, right? But if it's in there, then that's where it can kind of bite you.
That was Sienna Salim reporting. One important note to all of this, the Federal Genetic Non-Discrimination Act prohibits insurers from asking or using your genetic information to sell your health insurance, or to sell you health insurance, or to tell you how much they should charge you. However, those protections do not apply to life insurance or disability insurance. In Florida, a bill to prevent life insurers from using your information against you died in the Senate this past March. And a lot of traditional holiday movies are playing on TV right now.
Right, but some viewers are having an issue with one Christmas classic, and it's the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie, the claymation one. Critics suggest the 1964 movie was a metaphor for racism and showed bullying even by Rudolph's own parents at some points.
So we posted this story to the Fox 4 Facebook page. It looks like our viewers feel a little different. Stacy says, no, it makes me rethink society. And Barb, she says, I don't like the movie, but I loved the book and the song.
So one of the film's co-producers spoke about the film back in 2010, saying he thought it would help kids find their own path, just as Rudolph did.
And this morning we have a holiday-themed fact check from our partners at PolitiFact. They looked at this photo. You've probably seen it on social media. It claims Melania Trump, her red Christmas trees were a new take on an old Eastern European tradition. The meme says the church used to dye trees red to represent the blood of Jesus and his resurrection. Other people on social media compared the decorations to blood trees from the Hulu series, The Handmaid's Tale. So PolitiFact asked several religious experts in Catholic and Eastern Orthodox Christianity about this. They say there is no custom, current or historically, where the church would dye red trees. In addition, the White House says this: the choice of red is an extension of the pales or stripes found in the presidential seal designed by our founding fathers. Because of all of this, PolitiFact rates that photo false.
This is just into the Fox 4 newsroom. Ohio State football coach Urban Meyer will be stepping down. There's a news conference scheduled for later today where he will announce he will retire after his team plays in the Rose Bowl. He spent 7 seasons at Ohio State after coaching 6 seasons and winning 2 national championships at Florida. It's been a controversial season, though, for Meyer. He was suspended for his handling of a domestic violence case and allegations made against one of his coaches. In his career, he's won 186 games and lost only 32. For the first time since 2008, the award for the best player in college football is guaranteed to go to a quarterback, specifically one of 3 quarterbacks. Alabama superstar sophomore Tua is the odds-on favorite to win. He's been nothing short of spectacular this season, throwing 37 touchdowns and only 4 picks. Even more impressive, he's helped Alabama get up to insurmountable leads so fast he didn't play the 4th quarter of a game until we were 2 months into the season. Behind him is first-year Oklahoma starter Kyler Murray. He's thrown for 40 touchdowns and also rushed for 11 more. If he wins, it'll be interesting because he won't be playing football at all next year after agreeing to a baseball contract with the Oakland Athletics. Then in third, we have Ohio State's big man, Dwayne Haskins, who leads all quarterbacks with 47 touchdowns and nearly 4,600 yards passing. If that sounds like a lot, it is. The 6'3" quarterback broke the all-time record at Ohio State and the Big Ten records as well.
And today, professional hockey could be heading to the Pacific Northwest. The NHL's Board of Governors will vote today on if Seattle will get an expansion team. After the success of the new Vegas Golden Knights last year, the second expansion team to ever reach the Stanley Cup Finals in their first year, approval also seems all but certain. It also doesn't hurt that the Seattle ownership group will pay NHL owners $650 million to join. A Seattle team would balance the Eastern and Western conferences at 16 teams apiece. So here's a play even the best basketball players would have some trouble repeating.
Definitely, but too bad it didn't count. So with 5 seconds left in last night's Denver Nuggets-Toronto Raptors game, the Nuggets' Nikola Jokic gets the inbounds pass and is almost immediately fouled. He tosses it up, and as you see, he makes it. Pretty impressive, right? The refs, however, ruled that he was fouled before the shot, so that basket, though impressive, didn't even count. He still made his 2 free throws, though, and the Raptors ended up getting the win.
Okay, Lisa, so that was a top play. This one, not so much. In the Florida State-Troy game last night, Trojans player Yvonne Johnson goes for the steal and ends up falling right there onto someone in the crowd. It was actually a little kid who was sitting in the front row. The fan is okay, and the Seminoles would get the win. Yikes.
Yikes. But I also don't like to talk about Seminoles winning anything because I'm a born and raised Florida Gator fan.
You dress as different.
I know.
We're all
I
in
can't
Florida
help
State
that.
colors.
They are the best colors. They really do. Garnet and gold.
Yeah.
Come on.
Better than orange and blue.
I mean, I can't go that far because my dad is probably watching, but they are very great colors. And let's just say that this color is one of my favorites to wear.
I can't wait for these texts from the Greenberg family now.
We accidentally just got Lisa disowned.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Well, I want to show you this live look this morning. This is from our breaking news tracker. He's out at the Cape Coral boat ramp this morning. You can see a little bit of the haze over the horizon as you look out over the water. Quiet in this area, but we're still tracking that patchy fog, and to our north, some rain starting to move through. So I'll let you know what that means as we head into the rest of the week with the cool down coming up.
Hey, Danny, good morning. We are here at Hertz Arena getting to know the Florida Everblades. They're here at home tomorrow night, but they have plenty more games coming up as well. We'll have all the details with them coming up. It's 8:41. You're watching Fox 4 Morning News.
All right, everyone, welcome back. This is I-75 near MLK Junior Boulevard. I love this song, don't you, Lisa? It's a good one. Time right now is 8:45 on the dot. We'll have more news, weather, and traffic in just a few minutes. So the Florida Everblades have been dominating the ice so far this season.
They take on the Jacksonville Icemen in another game tomorrow, but before they do that, we wanted to take you behind the scenes a little bit, let you get to know the players a little better. So Catherine is at Hertz Arena right now. Catherine, how's it going?
Yeah, Lauren and Lisa, we are having a blast this morning at the Hertz Arena. We've got the Florida Everblades here with us this morning, as well as the Everblades behind us and Swampy cheering us on. I want to introduce you to 3 of the star players, right? We got Tommy, John, and Steven. You guys have a home game tomorrow night. You got some games coming up this weekend. You excited?
Absolutely. It's going to be a big weekend for us. We got the Teddy Bear Toss on Saturday night, but tomorrow night's a big game for us against our in-state rival, Jacksonville.
Taking on my hometown, Duval. I love it. All right, why should people come check you out this weekend?
It's a big Wednesday night, so we need a couple 2 points and get the crowd going.
And Steven, this is your 2nd year on the team. These guys, it's their 1st year. Tell us what's so special about the Everblades.
You know what, we put a good group of guys on the ice every year, and we're always competitive. So I think if the fans come out, then they're going to get their money worth.
Right. Well, let's put your pucks where your mouth is. I want to see some goals.
All right.
Who's first?
I guess
We'll have John go first. All right, what do you think about John while he's shooting?
I don't know. I think he's got a good shot, but we'll see. Oh, that's a good one right there.
That's a pretty good one. Some big shoes to fill. Who's up, Steven?
This is a one-timer.
All right. What do you think?
That was pretty hard, yeah. So we'll
All
see.
right, 3rd time's the charm, Tommy. Oh, he thinks he can do better. What do you think?
No. Right in the middle, right in the chest.
All right, it's looking pretty good. Tell me, what's the method to the perfect goal?
You want to aim right by the post, but a little inside of them. So you want to hit them and come out.
All right. Well, I'm going to attempt this as best I can here today.
Are you going to do it with one hand? Or
one hand. You want? Here, I'll pass it off.
All right.
Oh,
yes.
Uh-oh. Here we go. 5-hole. That means in between his legs.
Righty? Lefty? What is she?
Oh!
Well,
is that it?
Am I on the team yet?
Close. Might be there soon.
Maybe next year?
Maybe next year. Maybe next year.
All right, guys. Taking on Duval tomorrow, the Icemen. How we feeling going into the game?
Good. We're ready. It's a team we see a lot of, obviously playing in our division. So I think we have some good video on them, and we're going to be prepared.
I love it. All right. I clearly need some more practice, so I'm going to keep swinging or icing, whatever it is you guys do. Toss it back to you guys. We're live in the Hertz Arena. Catherine Marsh, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, Catherine. She's not doing too bad, you guys. So the Florida Everblades take on the Jacksonville Icemen in their next home game tomorrow night at 7:30. And it's also $2 Wednesday for drinks and food. And to get tickets, all you have to do is head to our website, fox4now.com.